Hello everyone and welcome back to Tank Wars 2 Electric Boogaloo. I am your host Chromoid, and here we have another losers bracket match. This time we have Ping Brigade by Jargon facing off against the Thork 17th Armored Corps by AdNecrias. So far, both have had a harrowing experience in this tournament, being knocked down to losers bracket fairly quickly, but then struggling through several matches to redeem themselves already. But now it has come to this. One of them is going to have to go home. The other one's going to have another chance to keep moving forward and face off against the rest of the opponents. So without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Right away, we've got shots being fired off from both sides. A bunch of blocks sprinkling off of one of the stakeholders. Oh, getting shunted to the side by one behind it. These tanks tend to skid around more often than most, while the Thorks have a more slow and steady approach to things. They do tend to sprinkle out around the edges, the Thorks do, with a main core going down the center. We're going to see how that turns out for them. There's blocks everywhere on this side. Looks like the Thorks did a good bit of work with that first Alpha Strike against the Ping Brigade. But the Ping Brigade is still alive, doing well. Oh, a Ping Brigade just died? Where? I don't see it. Where'd it go? How did he spawn? I missed that. How did one? Oh no, that was the spawn stick. I'm an idiot. I was gonna say that was really quick. I don't remember them dying that fast. But as we see, one is already down to 90%. One of these stakeholders already pretty badly damaged. I'm not sure which one it is. It's hard to tell. They look fairly healthy, but the Thorks already laying in some work. We do know Thorks are railgun APS. They fire fairly slowly, but they're despite their seemingly diminutive size, they pack a punch, and they have varying degrees of uh, gauge. I think depending on the type of Thork you see, A, B, or C. I'm not sure what the difference is. I just know they have different gauges. All right, we got two Thorks squaring off with two Pink Brigade members. We've got one Pink Brigade, a stakeholder, down to 86.7%. There go the missiles out of one of the land cruisers for the Pink Brigade. I don't know where they're headed. I don't know if those are mines. I don't know if they're actually that they're missiles. They're missiles. I don't know where they're going. I don't know where they're going. I don't think they know where they're going. They just kind of jet down to the ground and stay there. You got Thorks up on the high ground. They're content to chill out on the ridge and just fire down into this mess. You've got Ping Brigade hunting another Thork over here, doing not a whole lot of damage to it while leaving blocks behind with every shot from the Thork. That's not a good sign. And of course, they got one facing them from behind. We've got this cluster in the middle. Four Thorks. Oh no, they've despawned one of the Paladin again, the first to fall for the Ping Brigade, and they've got the rear of this land cruiser because of the size of its rear missile launchers. It can't get the gun over them. It can't get the gun over the top of the missile launchers, so it can't fire behind it. It's stuck being pushed by four Thorks, now three Thorks, as they back off, getting ready to take another shot. A stakeholder going down. I don't know where it was. Oh, it's right here. Dismantled by the Thorks. This is quickly running away into a Thork victory once more. The stakeholders are scampering around trying to figure out what they're going to do, but they can't shoot. And now the turret's been popped on this one. Oh, that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. One of the land cruisers is completely helpless, firing at a distant Thork while chased by another four. They're just going to shred it from behind. These two Ping Brigade tanks have tried to go up the hill in an attempt to isolate themselves, but they're going to get stuck. One has already high centered itself in the canyon. Another land cruiser has barely made it over the gap. That cannon looks like it's been disabled too. Yeah, you can see it. The cannon's already been cored out. The Thork's now hitting its own teammate in an attempt to shoot back. Or no, the land cruiser for the Ping Brigade is now shooting through its own teammate, trying to hit the Thorks that are chasing it. And these stubby little tanks are just completely demolishing these much larger, more beefy looking tanks. It's pretty funny, the size difference between these things, and yet you can just see that the difference in firepower is all too clear. We've already got two DQs from the Ping Brigade, three tanks below 2 tanks below 80%, one tank below 70%. Oh man, The Grenadier and the Brigadier, I think those are the two land cruisers for the Ping Brigade. They're still moderately healthy, but I mean, when the rest of your support team is getting cut down in the open like this, your time is very, very limited. They've got to make something happen, and they've got to make it happen quick. We've already seen Thorks in the combat against the infamous battle group Delta 6. Battle group Delta 6, infamous for having an overwhelming amount of firepower, and the Thorks were able to heal through all of that with their good armor and their 10 repair bots. They were able to outrun the damage from Battle Group Delta 6, and Ping Brigade does not seem to have anywhere near that kind of firepower. Yeah, they're already being dismantled, and the powerful guns from the Thorks are just ripping through the turrets, through the armor, tearing out pieces that are critical to the tank's operation. That one, that one Ping Brigade. If I climb up any higher, they can't see me. he's trying, he's trying to get away. This Thork's like, I see you. I can't hit you through this hill, but I can see you. Just gonna keep firing into the hill. Oh man, Thorks do like to climb hills too, as you can see, but they don't go up too high. They get to a certain height and they just stop and hover there, which makes them a little more difficult for tanks that can't really shoot up too well. And also gives them a better field of view when they're firing. Yeah, these land cruisers seem to take a beating a lot better than their smaller brethren, but they are going to eventually die because they're not doing enough damage. They're not killing Thorks. The Thorks are all almost at 100%. One is at 99.7, but there's just no damage being put on them anymore, so they're free to just shoot as they please. Seems that the two land cruisers don't have a high enough fire rate to make up for the substantial losses they're sustaining um, when it comes to the other tanks that were with them. The smaller tanks got focused down first, unfortunately, and they're either all dead or have been rendered combat ineffective. As you can see here, there's the turrets all blown off of them. This one's getting destroyed. There's no turret anymore soon. There's not going to be anything else. They're just going to find a way through that armor plating and take out the internals, and then that will be another dead tank for Team Ping Brigade. Oh man, it's skidding around trying to. Oh, it stopped moving. I think that's it. I think it's dead. Yep, AI dead, and the other tanks know it. Whoops, wrong setting. The Thorks around it know that it's dead. They're going to switch immediately to another target. I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, they're trying to shoot this land cruiser. Fortunately for the land cruiser, this hill right here is blocking the relatively low trajectory of the Thorks over there, but it's going to go oblige them by going over the hill right into the line of fire. I don't think that's what you want to do in this situation. You want to take cover, fight one-on-one when you have that much mass. Oh, oh no. Oh man, this Grenadier, the Brigadier, and two other stakeholders are all that is left for the Ping Brigade. There's one stakeholder, the other one's still hiding up in the hill, but I think it's been discovered now. Thorek has gotten right in the center of the trough and is firing up into the rear of this stuck tank, and eventually it's going to core it out just like it did with the other one. Yep. Another Thorek rolling alongside the ridge. What's over here? And here we have the last of the land cruisers. The one that hasn't been fully, well, no, I say it hasn't been fully dismantled. It's had its turret removed. This one still has a turret on it, but I don't know if the turret's even functional anymore. The missiles haven't fired in an age, and I think it's pretty much all over for Ping Brigade at this point with 4 minutes and a half to go and no despawns for Team Thork 17th Armored Corps. In fact, 100% all the way across the board, no damage, as cool as when they started. There's a couple of DQ points on some of the tanks, but it's probably because they've been chasing other combatants far away across the map and have had to come back from a long distance to get the remainder. But yeah, I don't even think they're going to lose one to disqualification at this point, unless that despawns and those Thorks don't get off the hill in time. But I think they're close enough at this range. This Thork finally crawling back over to join, and all the fire is now being focused down into these land cruisers. Thorks could despawn one of their own by shooting each other in the back while trying to kill a land cruiser, but I really don't think that's going to happen at this point. Oh man, look at the speed that those cannon shells are coming at. That's pretty impressive. I don't know how much actual damage they're doing, but by the trail of blocks that the land cruiser's leaving, I'm going to assume it's significant. They're just gonna. It's lost its turret and its missiles obviously don't work, but they're gonna make sure it never fires again. Just slowly queuing it apart. Death by a thousand cuts as they crowd in for the kill. And I think that last stakeholder is finally going to get the business. The remaining tanks are going to crowd around trying to kill it. This is a 3.5 minute scenario. Both the land cruisers disabled and dying. That Brigadier is dangerously close to going down. The Grenadier is still more marginally alive, but I mean, really at this point it's a matter of blocks being taken. They're even ramming it to do a little more damage. Getting bold now that the enemy aren't shooting back, aren't you, Thorks? Well, what am I saying? The Thorks have always been bold. They marched straight up into the teeth of the battle group Delta 6 firing line and took it like real tanks, and came out on top. So I mean, can't really say much against that. Yeah, this has turned into a rout and a slaughter. That last stakeholder's gonna get demolished. I'm not gonna bother going there over there to watch it get blown up. We all know what's gonna happen. And man, the Thorks even have over 21,000 materials still in their bank. They haven't even begun to run out of materials. They could do this all day, literally. Oh, that's a Grenadier. They're both at 56 and 55%. It's only going to be a matter of time. There's the 55. That Grenadier will now despawn. 2 damage. Another one's AI dead. That leaves exactly one one Ping Brigade member remaining. They're going to shoot at this one because until it despawns, it's not dead. Oh, and that's it. That's the end of it. Both land cruisers gone. All of the health draining away from Team Ping Brigade. And we're left with 161.8% stakeholder with no turret and a whole field of angry Thorks ready to rip it apart. One Thork has gotten 29 DQ points but is not going to be disqualified, getting back in range just in the nick of time to join the shooting spree. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be it. We're at 2 minutes exactly, and we're just waiting. There it goes. That's the end of it, folks. The match is over, and Thork 17th Armored Corps once again moving forward in the losers bracket. Congratulations to AdNecrias. You're going to be continuing on. And Jargon, I'm sorry, your Ping Brigade fought valiantly. Had a good run, but now they are out of it for good. Thank you both for participating. Thank you all for watching. I have been Chromoid, and I will see you guys in the next one.